Hello, River of Life Community Fellowship. It is time once again for another midweek check-in. So, Christmas is done. We've been working up towards Christmas, talking about the promises of God and this coming promise, this thing that God promised us, and these promises that were fulfilled through Jesus. And then we got to have our Christmas Eve service, and it was just so wonderful to talk about how Jesus is the fulfillment of that promise, and just to thank God for that gift and to worship him for the gift that he gave us through Jesus. And then this week, as so grateful, Scott shared the word for us, and he talked about Simeon and how Simeon had been given a promise that he would not die until he saw the Messiah, until he saw the promise of God in the flesh. And then he did. Jesus was born, and his parents brought him to the temple, and he was there. And Simeon saw the promise, and as the word says, he was filled with peace. It is through, God makes us these promises. God makes promises to us, and then he fulfills his promises. And it's through that we can have peace. And that is just such a wonderful thing. And I'm so thankful for Scott, for just reminding us of that. And, as we prepare to step into the new year, as we leave this very challenging year behind us, as we prepare ourselves to step into the new year, we can just be grateful for the fact that God still fulfills promises, that he still does the things that he said he was going to do. And we can just hold tight to that truth, and we can allow it to fill us with peace, and we can allow it to fill us with joy. And I'm so thankful for that, and I'm grateful that we serve a God who does do what he says, who does fulfill his promises, who does love us enough to send a Redeemer, and to promise to send us a Redeemer, and then to fulfill that promise through the birth of Jesus. And so as we have this midweek check-in, as we look forward to what comes next, as we look forward to this new year, I just want to take the time to remind us of what Jesus has done for us, and to take the time to remind us to think and to remember what God has done for us. And so I just encourage you, as you're watching this video and as you're preparing for the new year, that you take time to think about what God has done, to remember the good things of God that you've seen this year and throughout your lifetime. And I would just encourage you to write those down, or to share those with someone, to just to thank God for his faithfulness by telling others about it, and to thank God for his gift by telling others about it. And so I just, as we think about it, I would encourage you in the comments, wherever you're watching this video, I encourage you to comment on it, to comment just one way that you have seen God fulfill the promise that he's given you, and that and how that has brought you peace. And then as we prepare for the new year, and as we walk into the new year, just hold tight to that peace. Seek God, seek all of him, and seek his peace through the promises that he's fulfilled. So that's all I have for you today. I pray that God touches you and blesses you, and that he truly speaks to your heart. Thanks, and God bless.